Hey everybody, Corey down here with another episode of Winning the Weekly. Today is Saturday, May 27th, 2023, and we are back around to the Forest Awakens with a different team comp. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got here. Let me get my little face out of the way as we go in. The weekly modifiers for this week are Sacred Thorns, where thorns deal holy damage instead of piercing, where that usually in most cases means your thorns are going to be doing more damage, and it also means that thorns on you are going to be doing holy damage, so any kind of way to increase your holy resistance will be good. More champions doesn't really matter for elites, it kind of just means more loot on the map, which is kind of cool. So heroes is hero speed -1 isn't that bad. Unlucky event rolls are harder, is definitely bad. Wealthy heroes is good because you get a lot more money and shards to play with, and reinforced monsters take less blunt, piercing, and slashing. And we have a team of Bree, Gustav, Wilbur, Reginald. Not that hard of a week this week, so there's not going to be too much into the decks, but I'll go over and show you what I've got. I've gotten 2 decks for each character because I don't know if you want to play these offensively or defensively. So go ahead and show you these decks now. Alright, and as always, in the description below will be a link to all these images without my circles on them. Now for Bree, I have the melee build, more in a pink, where you get Bludgeon for her level 2 Unrelenting Nature. Also have Destroyer in there for Wrecking Ball, so you can have an AoE with it. And then Commander for the free buff, Battle Plan, Battle Shout, which is always good even in defensive builds. And going into it too, top row is cards without rerolls, and the bottom row are after you reroll the packs is what you're going to get from them. So on the more defensive side, I go Commander, Warlord, Defender, all after a reroll. I almost want to consider, instead of Stockade, if you don't like the Thorns, going for this push forward over here. And getting the Repair Armor as well. Now on to Gustav. Gustav, I have him more of a song defensive build in the pink, where you're going to get this Ballad of Evasion. This blue tune-up is great. And just the couple of random songs up at the top, and Energizing Serenade for a more support role. And then the blue is mostly for Fan and Knives and getting this weapon cash out and hopefully building up sharpness on yourself through Chant of Accuracy, Ode of War, and all that. So if you want to DPS Gustav, go with the blue. And then pink for the more support role. And then also this Bard over here is also pretty good in blue. If you want to grab that Eternal Lullaby, is always a good choice. As for Wilbur, you can either take him down a electric water path, or what I do like to do is this pink. I chose this Flame Strike because Flame Strike's really good. It costs exactly 5, which is how much mana you're going to have at the start. So if you draw Flame Strike and Twin Scrolls into your opening hand, you can pass off the Flame Strike on to somebody else who can also cast it, and that'll clear out most fights early on for you. But otherwise, we just have the Aeromancer, which is good for the Shock Nova, Electricity Manual, Pyromancer, Tempest for the Rains, and Zap. And then this Enchanter has a free Scroll of Intellect, which is really good to use. And then we're going to go over to Reginald, 2 different specs here. I have a healing spec in the blue, which has all your healing abilities. Spark of Life is great, especially if you get the +2 to base healing. I also picked out the Circle of Healing, which is also really good for keeping everybody up. And Saint for the Benediction, because Benediction's a great card. Otherwise, we just got, on the DPS side, Crusader, Justicar, and Random for the high-cost holy spells. So not much different from any other original week or draft. So let me go back over to the game and show you what happens when I go draft the characters. So we're going to go Defensive Bree here. Yeah. This grinding wheel is kind of interesting if you upgrade it to the hero, and you can like buff up Gustav with it. So that might be a consideration as well to go with a buffing Bree. We're going to go flip here, get the Commander, get the Warlord, and get the Defender pack. And we take the Stockade. Then we go Fast, Speed, Powerful, Thorns, and we can either consider Thorns or Vitality, depending on if we want more heals or if we want more Thorn damage coming out. Gustav, we are going to go with the DPS roll, so we're going to go Gold, Scoundrel, Random, take the Weapon Cache, then we're going to go Speed, Sharp, Powerful, or the Power Slave and Ode to War. And for the last one, it doesn't really matter, so we can either go HP or Vitality or Stealth. I'm going to pick Stealth in case we get any camouflages up for later on in the run. Gustav, I'm going to go with the Fire build. We're going to go Wizard, Aeromancer, and then the Scroll of Intellect here. Should have picked the first one since it had a cheaper prismatic field, but it's fine. We're just doing a little example draft here, where I would likely go Speed. Probably still Spark charges, because the Spark is extremely good, especially against these guys. If you pick Wilbur's level 3 where he does the Spark damage, because it will take away all of their block before they get a turn, and that is very good on staying alive against twins. We can just go HP and Powerful, since he has his item where he gets Powerful at the start of combat. And then we'll just build Reggie into a healer with Friar, Shaman for the Dispel. Or no, we don't really need the Dispel. We'll take the Circle of Healing. And we also get Saint for the Benediction. Take the Spark of Life. And then we go to HP, Speed, HP, or Heal Done, HP, Speed. And then whatever you want on the last one. Either Sanctify or Regen. Or Resist. It really doesn't matter. But if you're on DPS, I usually just do Speed, HP, Sanctify, Holy Damage. As for the items, Twins Blades on Gustav is a little not bad. Merchant Badge on Wilbur. And then you can usually just pass on these. One thing to note is this fight right here with Lana will get you an Orb of Storms and a... I think it's the jewelry that gives you plus sharp charges. What is that called? Items... Brass Amulet. You'll get that from her. And I think you can even do a Corrupted Fight on that one too, which gives you a shop. And at the shop you would get another Orb of Storms, so you can corrupt your Orb of Storms and make Wilbur a really good powerhouse. But that'll be it for today. Thank you for watching. You're all amazing. Remember to brush your teeth, do all that stuff. And have a good evening, day, night, whatever. Bye.